What we'll cover from the study guide. Outline continuous data protection with Snowflake, and we refer to cloning, and in particular, zero copy cloning. Yes. From the same chapter, I treated time travel separately before. Copy and paste if you want to tag along the content of the setup SQL file attached to the current lecture in a new SQL worksheet. Okay, I did this, and let's execute this one by one. Yeah, use this public, and next I will create. I think I created before this one. It's easy. I will create a table persons or replace it, yeah, in this case, and let's do it two different ways, just like this. It's not necessarily related to the subject of the current lecture, but you'll have to get used to this one. And I'll use everywhere this format create or replace, because yeah, if the table is already created, I will simply replace it with the same value, exact same configurations, same everything. Create or replace table, okay, and this will have ID, name, age, and that's one way to do it. First, you create an empty table, and then you call insert, yeah, with one or several values. Okay, you can do it this way, and yeah, you may we may look inside. Yeah, let's call this here just to make sure that yeah, it's been populated the way we want it, and then you can recreate it this way directly with CTAS. Instead of splitting it up into two different statements, for creations, the other one for population, you can say directly create and populate with a select. Select on the fly. This will create exactly the same table. So get used with these two different ways, yeah, to create a table. But right now, let's have a look at this one. You will have a like clause like this one, and yeah, we'll create a table that looks like the table persons. Okay, let's do this one. Create table persons like persons. Okay, and let's have a look inside. The table is empty. So the table is there. You can see ID, name, age, okay, with the same metadata, but the table is empty when you use like. Okay, create table person as select. Yeah, you see, you can duplicate this one, and you say select everything from persons, not from values. Yeah, we did before a CTAS with select from values, but you can duplicate the data from a table into another table this way also with a CTAS. Okay, and having to look inside the person CTAS, yeah, definitely it's we copied both metadata and data, but this is a hard copy. Okay, remember this, everything was copied. So if you have a large table, a very large table as a source, you can imagine this may take hours, sometimes days. Yeah, if you have petabytes of data to do this. So yeah, that's why they came up with what is called zero copy cloning. So you have another version here saying clone. Create table, and instead of saying like, instead of saying a select, you will say clone. Okay, and yeah, look, what I will do. Okay, I will do this, and I I mark remember the query ID, because I will use this query ID later on. Yeah, let's copy it here. I will copy it. I have it inside, yeah, in the clipboard, and then I will say select everything for person's clone. Okay, the data is here, but we'll have a look how it is here, because the data was shared. Actually, we did not create a copy there. Yeah, we have data in common here for both the source and the target. Okay, and let's experiment a bit with this one. Yeah, look, we can say insert into the person citas. Person citas is a source. Okay, I will simply change it here and update the clone. I will change the clone. That's what I wanted to do here. And yeah, let's look at the source. Yeah, the source was changed because Jack was not here before. Okay, and looking at the clone, okay, you can see that, okay, I changed what? Where name was John. John is 55 years old right now, so I changed the data. But you can see that right now, both the clone and the source, they are independent. They change independently, each one. Okay, they don't share data anymore. Yeah. Why I copied the previous ID? Because I may want to say, okay, look, create a table, clone, but clone. What was this citas at statement? Yeah, what the values? You see, this was a source table that I use there. and I added Jack. You remember in that table. If I do this, yeah, remember, I had time travel before. I can look back at data. And you can create a clone with data that you have before you executed some statement there, or when you executed the statement. And the statement that I executed was create. Okay. And let's see if this works because, yeah, this should work. Yeah, no. Interesting statement cannot be used to specifically. Interesting. Okay, you cannot use statement. You see, what I can say, I can say offset. Okay, and pass a number of seconds. Let's see if this works. Yeah, I'm not sure if it works because I'll have to go back in time minus 60 seconds or so. That's very tricky, but you get the idea. And yeah, it's important to have a look at this one because yeah, let's see. Yeah, was still here. I think I changed this one later on. Well, you can still. Yeah, I'll not waste your time here. I leave you to you up to as an experiment. You can pass a timestamp here. You can look when exactly the table was cloned, okay, and say look back in time at this specific timestamp. Yeah, but the idea is that you can clone when you clone a table. You can use time travel also. So you can use a select. This is like a select with at before. Okay. And yeah, let's just clean up all this and let's review. Let's briefly review cloning and, in particular, this kind of zero copy cloning. So yes, we'll basically refer to zero copy cloning, okay? And when you call a create table schema database target, yeah, you can add a clone, and then you can specify a source table, and yeah, this will create a clone. A clone shares all initial data with its source, okay? And this is called reference storage. Any further change is stored separately. This is called owned storage. And look, I have this diagram here to see how it works. Yeah, definitely. So in our case, you've seen that we initially created the clone, and I told you if that's a very huge table, if this was to be a very huge table, the reference storage there would have mattered because you had no copy here. No copy, absolutely no copy. Everything is created in an instant. Okay, if you create a hard copy, yeah, the way we did it with CITAS, this may take hours for a huge table. Okay, so this is what clone solves. But once you start changing separately the target and the source, okay, they will add additional information in the own storage. So when we added an insert, I think in the source table, and when I update, yeah, in the target table, this information was stored in the target. And later on, when people start selecting, yeah, from this source or target, internally there is a mechanism to look first in the own storage, and if not there, if there are no changes there, look in the reference storage. And look, yeah, we experimented a bit that you can clone also from a specific point back in time, yeah, using time travel. And yeah, we talked about zero copy cloning because this related to specific objects containing data, especially tables, but you may have schemas, databases, but you may clone other objects, yeah, objects that do not necessarily include data. Yeah, you can clone it the same way. You can clone it database roles. You can clone database roles, file formats, sequence, stage, task, stream, and alert.